Hello, how are you? Grade 8. Mr. Newlab is here again. If you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Okay, today we are looking at prime numbers and other questions that are asked on it. What is a prime number? A prime number is a number that has only two factors. It has only two factors, 1 and itself. So let's look at prime numbers. If you check 2, 2 has how many factors? 1 and 2. 1 and itself. You see that the number is 2. So 2 is also a factor for 2. That is the itself. So 2 has only two factors, 1 and itself. So this 2 qualifies to be a prime number. If you check 3, what are the factors of 3? 1 and 3. So 3 is a prime number. Let's look at 5. Factors of 5, 1 and 5. So 5 is a prime number. Alright. What are the factors of 11? 1 and 11. Factors of 13, 1 and 13. So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, etc. They are all prime numbers. Why? They have only two factors, 1 and itself. Are we together? Okay, now all prime numbers are odd numbers. All prime numbers are odd numbers. Alright, what are odd numbers? Numbers that are not divisible by 2, like 1, okay, 1, can we say 2 is an odd number? No, 2 is not an odd number because it's divisible by 2. 2 can divide 2 without a remainder, like this. 2 divided by 2. It gives you a whole number. So 2 is an even number, not an odd number. Alright. We said odd numbers, they are numbers that are not divisible by 2. So if you check 3, let's see 3 whether it's divisible by 2. If you divide 2 by 3, if you divide 3 by 2, you will get a fraction. So 3 is not an even number, it's an odd number. 5 is also an odd number. 7 is an odd number. 11 is an odd number. 13 is an odd number. So all prime numbers are odd numbers. Is that okay? All prime numbers are odd numbers. We can find the next prime number, which is 17. It's an odd number. Okay? Good. Then find the largest prime factor of 30. The largest prime factor of 30. Let's see how you can find the largest prime factor of 30. First, let's find factors of 30. I showed you how to find the factors of 30. You start with 30 divided by 1. I will do few. 30 divided by 1 gives you the same number. Any number divided by 1 gives you the same number. Have you seen? So 30 divided by 1 gives you the same number. So 1 is a factor, 30 is a factor. 1 is always a factor for every number. Alright. Good. Because 1 divided by any number gives you the same number. Then we move to 2. Let's move to 2. 2. So 30 divided by 2 gives you what? 15. That is perfect. Then let's move on to 3. 30 divided by 3, it gives you 10. So you write a 10 here, you write a 3 here. You've done this before. Okay, then let's move on to 30 divided by 4. It gives you a fraction, so we cannot take it as a factor. Then you move on to 5. It gives us 6. So 5 is a factor, 6 is a factor. Then let's see how we are going to write them. So you have 1, you write a 1, 2, 3, 5. We can include 4, 6, 10, 15, and 30. So let's look at the largest prime number because that's what the question is looking for. Find the largest prime number. So if you check here, what are our prime numbers? 2, 3, 5. 6 is not a prime number. 10 is not a prime number. 15 is not a prime number. Why? If you take 15, has many factors. More than 5, 1, 15 is also a factor. It's more than 2. Remember, we said prime numbers must have only 2 factors. So we can't take 15, we can't take 30. So the largest prime number is what? 5. Okay, let's look at the next one. Find the largest prime factor of 50. So largest prime factors of 50, what is it going to be? Let's look at this. We have our 50. Let's move the cursor down to 1. It will give you the same thing. I'm still repeating the same thing. 1 can divide any number. So 1 is a factor for all numbers. Are we together? 1 is a factor for all numbers. So it's a factor for 30, 40, 50. So 1 and it's 1 and the number. Because 1 divided by any number will give you the number. Okay, then you move on to 2. It gives us what? 25. So you write the 25 here, you write the 2 here. Alright, let's move on to 3 and see whether it's possible. So 3, it gives us a fraction. No, we can't take that one. Alright, so 3 is not a factor of 50. So let's move on to 4 and see. Divide by 4. Ooh, it gives us a fraction. No, it cannot be taken. So let's move on to 5. It's 10. So we have 10, 5. Wow, that's good. So what are the factors? 1, 2, 5, 10, 25, and 50. These are the factors. We want the largest prime factor. Whoa, what are our prime numbers? 2, 5, 10, 50, 25, 50. No. So our largest prime factor is 5. Remember, 1 is not a prime number because 1 has only one factor, 1 and 1. So it's not a prime number. 1 is not a prime number. I'm repeating, all prime numbers are odd numbers. Alright? All prime numbers are what? They are odd numbers. Alright. Good. Now, let's move on. Find the largest prime factor of 28. Find the largest prime factor of 28. Find the largest prime factor of 28. Now this time, what are we supposed to do? Let's look at our 28. Now we are going to type 28 here. 2, 8. Then below we are going to type I think this one has covered.